Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is March the 26th, 2021. Here we are today to give y'all an update on where we expect price to go in Litecoin. If today is your first time ever, watching our content and you appreciate it, hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel. There is a plethora of other channels out there that is trying to give you more FOMO and more FUD. For us, we strictly pay attention to the price and as to where the market is anticipated to go so that we can win in the market. All right, so join us if you want to participate in learning how to call the markets. You guys can even tell right here as I zoom in on this price chart for Litecoin that we were expecting the market to go higher in price all the way back here on March the 9th in our last Litecoin price prediction, and emphatically that is precisely where the market came. We had our ultimate TP price right there around $220, and it came up a little bit higher than that. 13th and the 14th of March, the highs came in around $229 on the 13th of March. But generally we were in that area to where we would have expected the market to get weak and come back down, and that is what happened. That is precisely what the trap did. He hit that area to where we expected it to go, and he brought the price back down. So congratulations on those who was able to call that into the market. This is how you're able to win against the competition, against everyone else who is trying to take and make money in the cryptocurrency space. So let's get rid of that. And now you guys can see that we are now back into an area to which it's going to be important for us to see strength right here. Okay, this market in Litecoin needs to show us strength, and it needs to come back up above that ascending line in order for us to really see strength entering the market. Okay, this is very crucial from where we are seeing the price at in Litecoin in order for us to really get a grasp as to in the long term, meaning from a 3 weeks time frame to a monthly perspective, can the market in Litecoin continue its movement high in price? Because we've been in a very good trend into the market in Litecoin. But do you think that trend is over? Because if so, we need to condition ourselves and position ourselves to win in the movement to the downside. So real quick, let's take a look at the market in Litecoin on a 3-day time frame. And here you all can see here that the market in Litecoin, it is weak. I mean, we've broken through support into the market in Litecoin right here. Okay, $186. That area was acting as restriction / support back here in the background of the chart. And seeing how the market is now trading below that lets us know that a lot of that demand, a lot of that euphoric and enthusiasm that was into the market in Litecoin for it to break to the upside, it has lessened. We're not really seeing that right now. And on the 3-day time frame, this last completed 3-day price bar lets me know that the weakness is not over yet into the market in Litecoin. But that doesn't mean in the next 2 days, 3 days that the market cannot come back up here and try to test $186, right? So the prediction that we're going to do today in Litecoin is going to be further out beyond 3 days. Okay, you can see right here on the 5-day time frame into the market in Litecoin, we have also tested this area of support. Okay, so this is it. This is the area of support into the market for Litecoin. Now, what we're going to do you think the market in Cardano is now in a downward trend? Do you think that's the new indication that the market in Litecoin is weak? Which means that, yeah, we can see the market come up to 186, 190, but how long do you think that this descending triangle is going to hold before we see the market either break it to the upside or will we break it to the downside? Those are the only two options in the creation of this descending line or descending triangle. Take a look at the market in Litecoin on the weekly time frame, and again, the market here is generally giving us nothing but weakness, even though the opportunity to see the market in Litecoin is there for it to go high in price in the short term, i.e. in the next 2 to 3 days. But here Looking at Litecoin on the weekly time frame, especially the 3 weeks, we got 2 days and 14 hours left. But currently, looking at a quick snapshot, the market in Litecoin is definitely giving us weakness. Okay, now the weakness from the 3 weeks perspective look like 160 to even $140 will be the next realm of possibility to see that area of support. Okay, 160 to 140. Okay, so let's do this. So what we're going to do, we are going to play the weakness into the market in Litecoin. Okay, so let me do this here. Okay, so we're going to hold around $150 as the ultimate area of support into the market in Litecoin. I'm going to extend this out just a tad. Okay, so this is a pretty wide area right here. It's a pretty wide area that we can see the market in Litecoin trade. Long term is where we're playing the market in Litecoin to go to the downside. All right, so we're gonna play some weakness into the market. I told you that 160 could be an area of support into the market in Litecoin, which is doable. And we said that 186, 185 is that area of restriction. I'm going to bring it up here towards $195. Ultimately, 150 is where we're looking for the market in Litecoin to go in the long term. Okay, so I'm not looking for this to really play out in the next 2 to 3 days, but rather in the weekly, in the 5-day, maybe in a 3 weeks time frame is where we're expecting the market in Litecoin to go in this prediction. All right, so it is your turn. Where do you think the market is going to go in Litecoin in the next 3 weeks? This is where we're expecting the price to go, so that we are in position to win right before anyone else sees the market going to that particular price. We have 160 as the initial area of TP. It might even be a little bit higher because I can see here in the market how Litecoin held this area as support, okay, which is around 161. So in around that vicinity is where we would TP out the market a little bit of profitability at 160, 161, which is about 7.82%, but ultimately seeing the market try to go down to 150 at least in the next 3 weeks to month time frame. All right, so now let me know, what do you all think about the market price in Litecoin? Where do you think price is headed? Because you need to make sure that you are there in order to win, right? We can't be dependent on what has occurred into the past. We need to look towards the future and predict, profit, and win. That's it. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and as always, trade different.